Hi guys, hope everyone's having a good day. I have some random triggers for you here tonight, and I'm using a microphone, so I hope everyone likes that. I don't know the difference really. Maybe it's more clear. And I like the sound of like that. It sounds like ocean waves to me. I like when people use that on their microphone, that fuzzy thing. It does kind of sound like running your fingers through hair or something, maybe. So tonight I'm just gonna do whatever comes to me, really. Just figured I would make a video for my own fun, because I enjoy it. Okay, so I'm gonna use some fluffy brushing. I think I want to do that because I always enjoy those kind of videos so much. And this brush is just so soft. Oh, that looks good. And I also am gonna do some tapping because I have long nails on. Tapping. And I really like the way that these nails sound. I don't really love the way they look. I'm not super into the long nails anymore. I used to be into the long nails. I would always do the coffin-shaped nails. I think I'm a little old for that now. But I do like the way they sound. Very much. And I have this Chinese ear pick. This thing. That's what it's called. I don't know what that means. I don't pick my ears. That scares me, but one side does look like that. I don't know if that's just the name of them or if that's an actual functional use for them. I use them for ASMR videos. I love the way they look. Like when people use them in their videos. I think they're so cute. Boop, 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 boop. And you're so cute. Boop. 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 Sometimes I like it when people do the mirrored images, like when they touch their face and then touch the camera. It looks trippy. I also have some books here that I want to do some tracing videos with you. Some of my favorite videos are just when people trace along words and letters with their fingernails, or maybe just a pointer. I think it's very hypnotic and so relaxing. This sounds good. It's making me sleepy. I like that. I'm very amateur with ASMR videos. I just do it for fun, so my setup's kind of wonky. I don't really want to get this close to you guys, but this is where the microphone is. maybe I can shift it. Maybe I shouldn't have done my setup on my nightstand. I've got a lot of ghetto rigged books propping things up right now. Anyway, let's see. I would also just do some tapping on this phone again. I did change my screen, so it's just my dog this time. It's an old picture of her. Isn't she so cute? She's such a little brat, though. She's such a little brat. Her name is Bella. And she's right. She's right actually looking at me side-eyed like, what are you doing, bitch? Like, what is this setup you have with all these books? Like, why are we not cuddling? Why? What is this? I don't like it. She thinks she runs the show, but she's like 13, so she kind of is way older than me in dog years. I love this sound. I don't know why. I think it's just so... Why are we such weirdos with our ASMR? You either like it or you think it's just crazy. I don't like some of it. I only like some certain triggers, but it all is weird. I'll admit, it's a little weird. But there's some sort of science behind it, I imagine. It's soothing. People seem to like it. I would like to find my Kindle. I think I know where it is because I think that could be fun to play a game on there or something for an ASMR video. I have one of my ASMR people that I watch, and she has a few mindless videos where she just plays games on her iPad. Do people buy Kindles anymore? I'm probably not really so much. I never used mine to read books, honestly. I don't like reading on a screen. I like reading books if I can, but I still have this Kindle. It's so old. The funny thing is, when my mom got it for me, when I was 21 maybe, 22 maybe, so 12 years ago or whatever, and they're not super expensive, but I guess they were relatively, and she was every year up until maybe the past 5, she'd be like, do you still have your Kindle? That was a lot of money. I'm like, Mom, I love you. It was a good gift. It's okay though. They're $60 now or something. So I'm in the market looking for a job, and I was doing some math trying to calculate what hourly rate makes what per year. And I was kind of rudely awakened to some numbers. I was like, taxes take out a lot, and $20 an hour sounds okay. And then I'm like, oh God, that's not very good. think if you make money doing this, you have to. Too many people are seeing you. I don't know if I'd like that. But surprisingly, the past few nights I've really enjoyed doing it just for like a creative outlet. So, whatever works, right? I wish I could get back into painting. I haven't been able to paint in like a year. I think it's just seasons for things. You get into things sometimes and then you take a break from them. Yes. Okay, so whoops. Hope that didn't mess up the video. I think my phone's on low battery. I don't really know how to. We'll just keep going. We'll go as long as we can. How about that? How about that? So I have some books here and I'm going to do some tracing, okay? I also have a pumpkin here. I have a pumpkin here because I love the sound of it. I love the sound of like, what is it, suede or like velvet or, you know, some kind of, I guess fuzzy material or something. I don't know why, but I like that sound. I saw these at Walmart and I saw their texture and I was like, this is gonna sound like and feel so good. I want them. I want my ASMR pumpkins. Okay. I have the type of ears that don't hold earbuds. Like, they just don't. I have to wear the dorky, like, old school, like, big headphones that cover your ears. Because these never stay in. Okay, let's trace some of these, okay? I just got books off my bookshelf. So we're gonna do some tracing. How do people do this in the reflection? That's really tricky. Follow the white blazes. Follow the white blazes. Oh, it's easier to do it like so. Let me reposition. Okay. I don't know how people do this actually. Must suck to be a teacher. I guess teachers don't do this anymore. Okay, class. Gosh, that's tricky. And it doesn't look that hard when they do it. Anyway, I also like it when people like present books like they're presenting a topic. I have this one lady and she has an ASMR video where she does that and it gives me such good feels. Okay, so this is one of the books that has taken the nation by storm. Us women are obsessed with it because it mixes fantasy with romance and has some steamy. It has some really steamy parts. I have never wanted to enjoy being with a fairy man in a romantical sense. I never thought that would be so sexy, but they make it sexy. So, a court of mists I haven't read this. I actually haven't read an entire book of any of this series. I started reading a court of thorn and roses and thorns or whatever. And it was good, but I didn't finish it. I don't know why. I'm having a hard time finding new things to relax with, whether it be a TV show to binge or I just am having a hard time lately, so. Fury. But it's a good series, I guess, although I did just happen upon a podcast by a Christian podcaster. I forget her name, but I do like her stuff. She's a blonde girl. I can't remember her name. She's pretty popular, but I was talking about like smut novels and how it's so prevalent, and like people just don't think it's any big deal lately, and they mentioned this book. And that's an interesting take. I hadn't really thought of it, but I understood the point they were making. Like, I get it. The whole 50 Shades thing, like, it's not healthy. I get that. I never understood why people wanted that movie to come out, and I get the appeal. I guess there's any kind of appeal to dominating someone and being like dominated by someone. I just didn't understand why it was marketed to kids. I guess that's why, because it's teenagers, but actually a really, really funny movie I saw was a spoof on 50 Shades. I can't remember. It's like the cast are black people, and it's a black girl comedian who I've seen in something else, and I forget the actors' actual like names, but it's so hilarious. It's like making fun of 50 Shades of Grey. It's actually really, really funny. It's pretty cheesy. It's funny. The movie's a little cheesy. Okay. Rambling. I love ramble videos. Ramble, whisper, whatever videos personally though. Those are some of my favorite. Let's see what else I have. I don't know. I just picked random books. Hopefully this is not, I don't even know. You might not want to. Okay, whatever. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It actually was very enlightening. I actually agree with a lot of it, but it is kind of funny. The Duck Dynasty guy. I'm not coordinated enough for this. Phil. Rob. I like the sound of books, or like, I don't mind. What do you call this? What would you call this? The scraping, scratching, like the dragging of nails across that. I think it sounds good. The theft of America's soul. wisdom and lore. I was gonna say folklore. Wisdom and lore. So one time I was staying with a lady and she was Irish and her name's Margaret, but we all called her Maggie. And she had all these kinds of books, like of folklore, which I love. I love Scottish, Irish, Celtic folklore. It's so fun to me. I've not been able to find the book since. I even reached out to her and asked her years later, but she doesn't know which one it is. I wanted to buy it because I can't remember the name of it, but it was an Irish folklore book, and it was so whimsical. It had a little entry, a page entry and description of each day of the year. And it said a little excerpt about some random folklore history attributed to that day. And I remember when I got to my birthday, like the date of my own birthday, the little excerpt said something about, be careful, house fairies are afoot today. And not all the entries were about fairies. Some of them were just other stories and such. And I think the concept of fairies is fun. I always have. So I thought that was cute on my birthday. I don't know. Anyway, I've enjoyed making this video, but I think my phone will die soon. Okay. I very much have enjoyed it, and I hope that someone maybe perhaps